we are with Julie Kuylowicz, our lead builder here at the Earthwork Farm. Julie came around 2016, right? It was when you first...
18.
18?
18 even.
Oh yeah, okay. I knew it was an even number. 2018, Julie came around and started hanging at the farm and started to display amazing carpentry skills. Showed up and just started judging all of our buildings into shape, if you will.
Did you say judging them into shape?
Judging.
Judging.
Judging, which is a word that we sometimes use. It can mean many things. It could mean like building a new door and door frame and making it look really pretty. It could mean like cleaning up a space or decorating a stage. Zhuzhing. It's like fixing it up.
Nice.
Making it nice.
It's a good word.
Yeah.
I like it.
Zhuzh.
I don't even care if we just made it up.
We don't know how to spell it. I think it's like Z-H-U-Z-H-Z-Z. Anyway,
Like
Julie...
my last name almost.
Exactly.
Cool. All right.
Kuylowicz.
Nice.
So Julie came to the farm a couple years ago, and she's helped us with so many different building projects. Julie, what was it like, your experience coming to the farm for the first time?
Well, I mean, coming to the farm for the first time as a carpenter, or coming to the farm for the first time as the first time?
Let's do both.
Let's do both.
Yeah.
I think I came to the farm the first time in 2010. But yeah, I don't know if we can edit this, right?
So Julie, you spent quite a bit of time at Standing Rock. How long were you out there for?
I was out there for 3 months during the entire winter.
Awesome.
And I didn't leave until they forcefully shut the camps down.
Okay. And what did you do while you were out there?
I was a carpenter. I did some
Building projects?
building projects. I don't know the terms for the work I do anymore.
Well, because you have such a broad spectrum of things that you do. I mean, even here at the Earthwork Farm, you've done everything from structural building projects to electrical work and beyond.
Standing Rock was crazy. I did so much stuff out there that had nothing to do with carpentry. But yeah, so it was a couple of people that had seen my live feeds out in Standing Rock who contacted me about coming up to the farm and helping open up the farm for the season in the spring. And I think that must have been spring of 2018 when I first came up here to open things up. And then I just kind of went from there because I'd been coming here since 2010 and I'd seen a lot of issues that kind of nagged at me, but not really knowing who to talk to them about. Like the stairs going into the gazebo would always get really slippery in the rain, and just kind of had a mental checklist of all of these, safety hazards that I saw. And yeah, I finally got into a conversation with Susie and Seth about some of them, and they started asking me to do more work and to work on more projects on like a smaller level. And then finally last year, I think, was one of the bigger projects was the yurt deck they wanted me to do, because I think you had gotten a sponsorship from Great Lakes Yurt Co.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sponsored us and brought us a Four Seasons yurt, and that was back in 2017, and we had just been waiting for the right crew to come up and build the yurt deck so we could set it up, and you finally did that last year, and you like almost single-handedly built that deck.
Yeah. Well, Fozzie helped a lot.
Fozzie the dog helped a lot. He helps a lot with everything around here. He might be the hardest working.
Yeah, so every time I dropped a tool off the deck, he would look at it and look at me and let me know that I had dropped the tool off the deck so I can go fetch it, continue my work.
Fozzie teaches you how to fetch.
If I ever fell, he would just lay there and look at me out of concern and make me feel better that he was there. So yeah, he did a lot of help with that yurt deck out there.
He also checks in with us a lot throughout the summer when we're working too hard and reminds us when we need to go to the river or jump in Loon Lake and cool off.
Yeah, good moral sport dog. So yeah, the yurt was one of the first biggest projects that they had me do up here. And then, the wheelchair ramp was the next one. That one came together right before harvest last year, and that was with the help of Jack. And I can't remember who Jack had him help on actual install of that.
Was Monkey Pants on that project?
I don't think he was.
Oh. There was a crew of a couple of guys on that, and you were simultaneously helping with the ramp install and also installing a really nice sliding glass door in the outdoor kitchen here.
Yeah.
Why don't
yeah.
you talk to us a little bit about that door, because it was kind of a quirky project, if I remember.
Yeah, so
correctly.
like there's a space between the outdoor kitchen and the maple syrup room where it's just this big 6-foot opening, and all the flies are able to get in because they don't close it off at the top so that the steam can get out when they're making maple syrup.
We also had some wood truck traffic.
Yeah,
that
woodchuck
opening.
traffic. That was crazy, but the fly content was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted me to put in a sliding glass door, and Seth sent me to the Restore with the Earthwork credit card to find a door, and I found a perfect door. I didn't think it was going to happen. I found this perfect door, and it was only, I think, like $80 for this, sliding glass door with all of the parts. I'm like, cool, I'll take it. Got it. Carried it out there, loaded it in. Get it back to the farm, and I start taking everything out of the car, and I all of a sudden I'm starting to notice, like, why are there 3 panes of glass? And then all of a sudden it dawned on me, oh, this is a 9-foot door. How am I going to get a 9-foot door in a 6-foot opening? So with the help of another good farm friend, Steve Davis, we were able to cut down the track in the right way to actually just remove one of the glass panes of windows and install this beautiful modified 6-foot sliding glass door out of a 9-foot door that I accidentally bought from the Restore. So yeah, I was kind of balancing that and building this the sections for the wheelchair ramp, and yeah, it's kind of fun to work at a deadline like that when music festival starts in like 2 days, and yeah, it all came together really beautifully.
Some other cool projects that you've done around the farm this summer.
Yeah, not having that time constraint.
Having endless amounts of time. I know that you've worked wonders here in the little house, just doing finishing work. There's actually a whole floor in the kitchen now. Mm-hmm. You've updated the electrical work. You've added some lighting in places that were once uncharted dark corners. In the merch booth up to one of the secret rooms on the farm, Julie made an awesome trap door and fold out staircase. This was just in the last couple days. And you're getting ready to install a really cool, what would you call the door latch for the barn? Yeah, so we installed the new smaller door going into the barn last year, but since we put the deck out, it kind of created some issues with how the barn door closes and how the latch works, and it stopped latching properly. The wind kept blowing it open all winter. So yeah, I designed a new latching system, which is three pieces of wood that you slide a 2x4 through, and I'll be installing that a little bit later today and seeing if that fits the mold of what's needed to keep that door shut for the winter when it gets windy. Julie, I have just one more question for you. What is like your creative dream project? If you could do like one really fun thing without considering material or time barriers, what would you build here at the farm?
I think that I would build a yurt village retreat in some secret space somewhere on the farm that nobody knew about except for the necessary people.
Nice. A retreat center.
Yeah, like with like a wellness yurt and like a hot tub yurt and yeah,
bathhouse.
Oh man, like why not? If materials aren't an issue?
Materials are not an issue. In fact, what would be like your dreamiest materials? Like a crystal bathtub for the bathhouse?
A crystal bathtub? I don't even know if I've seen such a thing.
They make them.
Is it what princesses bathtub. Bathe in?
We're not princesses here.
I would imagine a princess would bathe in a crystal bathtub.
It's what hardworking farm women and carpenters deserve to bathe in.
Is this getting weird enough?